Greetings everyone, my name is Losamia and I will be introducing our project and explaining the interface of our system. Our project is called the Cafe Management System, which is developed using Java Swing. The purpose of this system is to simulate how customers order food and drinks in a cafe using a graphical user interface. The program allows users to select different menu items, enter the quantity for each item, compute the total bill, apply discounts, and display a receipt directly inside the application window. The interface of our system is designed to be simple, organized, and user-friendly. At the top of the application, we place the title Cafe Management System to clearly indicate the purpose of the program. Alright, so the menu items are organized into different categories to make it easier for users to find what they want to order. The first category is coffee, which has espresso, americano, cappuccino, caramel, and mocha. So the next category is non-coffee drinks, which includes hot chocolate, matcha latte, strawberry milk, and fresh lemonade. We also included the add-ons or extras, which is extra shot espresso, extra syrup, whipped cream, extra ice, and upgrade to large. Now, the next category is pastries, where users can choose items such as croissant, chocolate croissant, blueberry muffin, banana bread, and cinnamon roll. The last one is the desserts, which includes cheesecake, chocolate cake, brownies, donut, and ice cream. Each menu item has a checkbox, which allows the user to select the item they want to order. Beside each checkbox is a text field where the user can input the quantity of that item. These components help the system gather the user's order and prepare it for the computation process, which will be explained by our next presenter. That is all. Thank you.
Good day everyone. I will be explaining the initialization part of our cafe management system. The initialization method starts by creating the main application window using a JFrame. We set the title of the window to cafe management system. We also set the default close operation which makes the program exit when the user closes the window. The layout is set to null so that which allows us to manually place components using coordinates. Finally, we apply a warm interface style background color to match the theme of the system. Next, for the coffee menu, we created a panel for the coffee menu. So this is J panel. And then good day everyone. I will be explaining the initialization part of our cafe management system. The initialization method starts by creating the main application window using a JFrame. We set the title of the window to cafe management system. Also set the default close operation, which makes the program exit when the user closes the window. The layout is set the null, which allows us to manually place components using coordinates. Finally, we apply a warm cafe style background color to match the theme of the system. Next, for the coffee menu, created a J panel for the coffee menu, um, which in turn helps organize the interface by grouping related components together. This panel contains different coffee options such as espresso, americano, cappuccino, caramel, and then matcha. Each coffee item is represented by a checkbox, which allows the user to select what they want to order. Um, these checkboxes are stored in an array called group coffee select, so the program can easily read through them later when calculating the order. And then for each checkbox, we add a text field, and then where the user can enter the quantity of the item. These text fields are stored in an array called proof coffee. Good day everyone. I will be explaining the initialization part of our cafe management system. The initialization method starts by creating the main application window using a JSON. We set the title of the window to Cafe Management System. We also set the default close operation, which makes the program's exit when the user closes the window. The layout is set to null, which allows us to manually place components using coordinates. Finally, we apply a warm cafe style background color to match the theme of the system. So next for the coffee menu, we created a J panel for the coffee menu. Um, so it can help us organize the interface by grouping related components together. This panel contains different coffee options, such as espresso, americano, cappuccino, caramel, and matcha. Um, each coffee item is represented by a checkbox, uh, which allows the user to select what they want to order. These checkboxes are stored in an array called group coffee select, so the program can easily look through them later when calculating the order. Then for each checkbox, we add a text field where the user can enter the quantity of the item. These text fields are stored in another array called group coffee amount. We also added KeyListener to prevent users from typing letters and ensuring that only numeric values are entered. After the coffee menu, we created another J panel for non-coffee drinks, um, such as hot chocolate, hot chocolate.
Hello and good day to all. My name is Ian Felonia from uh, CS1 CSE, and today I will be explaining the part that I did in our group activity. Basically, dalawa kami gumawa dito sa part na to, which is right here, the computation logic. Uh, so here, so wala na po pa itong topic pa, start na po tayo. In here, we made this variables initialization of the variables. We have the subtotal, the discount, the cash payment, and the change and final total. So yung subtotal, ayun po yung parang total na maglalagay nung dyan po mapupunta yung total ng dapat na pabayaran mo for uh, the items that you have ordered. So here in the discount here is the way uh, where the discount function is located. So we also have cash payment, change, and the final total. The final total here is the final amount that you are going to pay the final amount that you're supposed to pay. So here, this loop here, also this variable here, the boolean is item selected. Uh, this variable will detect the receipt area. In the receipt area, it will detect if uh, this loop, so it will detect if the user has ordered something. So let's take this for an example. This loop here, this coffee category. So here we have the for in groups coffee select not like, so it's inside an array. So here in this array, it loop this loop will go through every items that this array has. Same goes in this, and in this if else, the logic here is if the group coffee select is selected, this variable will become true, the item selected, and this try catch quantity or the amount in this, and in this variable, the quantity variable, this will equal to the coffee amount, the amount the user has ordered. So skip this, skip try catch, and this is the final logic. So the quantity is equal to this here, the group copy amount get text, and quantity times the prices of the amount. So the item total will be plus and be equal to the subtotal. It all goes for the same for the rest of the code here. For the rest of the if else of the commented pastries and dessert here in this code. And here in the finalized receipt that Mr. Pass did and fixed, it is only the logic of the radio button of the discount, also the discount buttons. So here, what will it do is if the user has pressed the discount button, the student, it will do this. A new variable has been created, discount value. It will take the subtotal and the discount and multiply it, and then the total of the multiplication will be minus from the subtotal. So the final total will print the total amount that you are going to pay when you have the when this activated. When this is activated, the uh, logic here. Same goes for the senior and the rest of the logic. So this here will print it in the receipt area of our code, and that would be all of my part that I did, and I will be leaving it to the rest of my group for the parts that they have. And thank you for listening, and that will be all. Bye bye.
Hello, I'm Paul Vincent Paz, one of the programmers from this group, and today I'm here to explain the extremely complicated code behind the clear function in our GUI program. The clear method iterates through the multiple arrays of each group checkboxes and text fields, and either unchecks them or removes their content, essentially resetting them to their initial values. Next, it targets the uncategorized components, such as the discount radio buttons and the receipt text area, and then close them in the same manner. That's all it does. Like I said, it's very complicated. I can't even read it properly. I need sleep.
Okay, so greetings everyone. Now, today I will be presenting the cafe management system called KapePindot. Now, this is developed using Java Swing. Now, this system allows users to select menu items, enter quantities, compute total bill, apply discounts, and generate a receipt inside the application window. Now, let us start with the main interface. Now, first, the program starts with the main window using the JFrame. Now, the JFrame serves as the main container of the application where all components such as the panels, the buttons, the labels, and input fields are placed. Now, inside the frame, we organize the interface using a JPanel components to group related items. Now, for example, as you can see here, we have the coffee menu panel, the non-coffee panel, the extras panel, the pastries panel, and then the dessert panel. Now, basically, this improves the organization and readability of the interface. Now, let us move on with the menu selection components. Now, each menu item uses two important components. The first one is the J checkbox. This is it right here. Now, for example, this espresso, when I click it, as you can see the checkbox here. And when I click Americano, you can see the check mark over there. Now, these multiple checkboxes can be selected because customers may order multiple items at the same time. Now, here on the right side, you can see that there is a text field over here. Now, this JText field allows the user to enter the quantity of the selected item. Now, to prevent input, we implemented a KeyListener that basically ignores so that only the numeric values can be entered. So if I press like letters, as you can see, it will not appear here on the text field unless I put some numbers or numeric values. That is the only thing that can be entered. Now, let's proceed with the menu categories. Now, we use JTab pane to organize the menu into categories, which is this one in the top. As you can see, the coffee, the non-coffee, the extras, pastries, and desserts. These are the JTab pane. Now, this allows basically the user to navigate through the menu easily without the overcrowding the interface. Now, let us try the receipt display. It is using a JText area inside a JScroll pane. Now, the JText area is used to print the formatted receipt, including the item name. Wait, hold on. Let me show some example. Let's say I want some espresso and then 2 caramel. And then for pastries, let's say I want 1 croissant and then 2 ice cream. So that is my order. Now, let's say I want a discount since I'm a student. Let's click the radio button over here and let us press compute. And as you can see, this is what the receipt looks like. I am the one who designed using the string.format method using my knowledge in printf. And as you can see here, you can see the item name, the espresso, the caramel, the croissant, the ice cream. Next is the quantity. As you can see the quantity that I selected, and then the subtotal, which is over here at the bottom. So you can see the total over here, and then you can see the final total as well.
the payment, which is you can enter here, and then the change. And then you can also see the receipt number and then the date. So while that we are here, let's try to press the clear button to see if it works. Now the clear button basically clears all of the selected items that we select during our ordering. So let's try to press the clear button, and there you go. As you can see, everything that we selected disappears, as well as the receipt. Now let's go with uh, the discount feature, which I selected over here at the bottom. So there are three radio buttons here: the non, the student, and then the senior. The student discount basically get 10%. So let's say I want to order espresso, and then I'm a student, and as you can see, the 120 pesos, I get a discount of 12 pesos, and then now it's 108 pesos. And then for the senior citizen, let's say, which the senior citizen gets a 20% discount, as you can see, 120 pesos, and then 24, it's now 96. Now basically, we ensure that there is only one discount that can be selected, and these are basically grouped with the button group. And next is the action button. Now this compute button calculates the total order. So when it's clicked, the trigger method compute order method, which this method checks the selected items with quantities, calculates the subtotal, applies discount, computes final total, calculates payment and change, and generate the formatted receipt. Now the result of are displayed inside the receipt areas, you can see here, and also the clear button, it calls the clear fields, which unchecks basically all of these check boxes, clears the receipts, reset the payment field, and resets the discount selections. Okay, right, I almost forgot the payment. Let's say I want espresso, non-coffee. Let's say one, non-coffee hot chocolate, one. We also added the extra slots here if you want. Let's say one. I want some croissant. I'm a student, and then let's compute. So we have 420 pesos. Now the payment, let's say 500. If I press the compute, as you can see, it automatically list it here in the receipt, and also the change that you will get. Let's see here, and also you can see that the receipt number got updated as well. So in conclusion, through testing, we verified that the system successfully performs the menu item selection, the quantity validation, the multiple item ordering, the discount calculation, the payment and change computation, the receipt generation, and also the system resets. Now this test confirms that the KapePindot Cafe ordering seed system runs correctly according to the project requirements. And that is all. Thank you so much.